Hi everyone, Dennis Foley from Acoustic Fields. This project is a dance room, basically. And I wanted to go through some of the processes that we went through to reach, the design goals. And I think if you understand the process, and I'm always harping this, process. If you understand the process that you have to go through, the step-by-step processes that you have to go through, most of the questions that you have can be found in that process, okay? So it's good to understand how you have to approach these issues, and then you can see the problem and the solution, and then the process is in the middle. So in this room, we got full range energy. We got a 6-second RT, 30-60 time. It's full range too. That means the low frequencies, the middle frequencies, and the high frequencies are staying around in the room longer than they should be, right? Because reverb is defined as how long a sound stays around in the room after it's been sung, spoken, or played, remember? So we're going to use our first goal in any project when you're getting with reverb is to, one, establish what the reverb number is, and we can do that. We have software that can do that for us. The size of the room, the materials the walls are made of, the number of sources in the room, the frequency and amplitude of those sources, that's all easy stuff for software to do because it's math. So it's binary stuff. So it's real easy to calculate it. Is it exact? No, but it's within, what did we used to say, conversationally competent? So it's within a constructive range that you can get some empirical results and some, audible results. That's the goal, right? So most of them are going to do a phased approach. We want to reduce those RT60 times by 50%. That's our first phase design goal. So we want to cut that 6 seconds to 3 seconds. That's what we want to do, all right? So we have 3 main surface area coverage ranges that we have to consider. We've been doing this a long time, so I went back and looked through all the proposals and the projects that we've done, and it falls into 3 ranges: 35% surface area coverage, 50% surface area coverage, and 65% surface area coverage. This project, we only had budget, cheap chalk, we only had budget for 35% coverage. So budget, space requirements always get in the way. You got enough space and you got enough money, I always tell people we can fix anything. But when you don't have budget and you don't have space, then here's where we got to sharpen the pencil and get the math working or against us, mostly against us, okay? So remember, our design goal is 6 seconds to 3. And then we'd like to get to 2, because that's really ideal, especially in a room like this with maybe 100 people in there stamping their feet with dance steps and all that. I think you can see that in the video. So it's all about the 2 things, remember? Square foot of coverage, rate and level of absorption. This we got. Our technology gives us this. Remember, our foam technology has the proper rate and level for music and voice. So in this room, we got all these sources, and then we got a PA system too. We got a 2-channel PA system in there, I think, if memory serves me correct. Lots of energy in this room, okay? So 6+ seconds, there you go. So we used our foam ladder design, which is basically layers of our foam with a wood frame because the foam was not rigid enough to support itself. It's an open-celled foam by design. It can't be. So it's that's the product we use in this, and we achieved about a 35% coverage, and we got reverb times, down 3-4 seconds. So mission accomplished as far as the client was concerned. So not as far as the room is concerned. And there's the issue. Hopefully in a phase 2, more dollars. It's a nonprofit. Hopefully in phase 2, they can come up with some more money. And I think if I remember looking through the video and listening to the video, you can hear, the remaining RT60 time in the room. You can still hear it. So, of course, I'm fussy. I want it dialed in perfectly because we have the ability to do that. But it's always, what I want for the room and what the room needs versus what the client can afford and what they're willing to give up in space requirements, or what's even available in space requirements to give up. Churches have so much windows and ornamentation, we have no room to treat. The rooms look pretty and nice, but they sound horrible. Makes no sense to me. So, as we've been doing these projects, people are saying, I don't like the gray foam. So, okay, we can put fabric on it. Problem with fabric is increase the cost dramatically, 25, 30 points. You're building 100 units. It's a lot of money. So I went back to the drawing board and I took our CPA, and you can see that. I think it's product 14 in the shop section. You can see the CPA. So that's a perforated absorber. Has our foam inside, but it's a perforated absorber, about 6 inches deep. So it's got 1/4-inch piece of pegboard on the front and a solid back. And there's calculations to determine the resonant frequency of that. So it gets down into the, 80 cycle range. So now we got a product that's 80 to, 6K plus. And that's a good range for reverb management. 125 to 500 is ideal. Well, we get that in spades. So we're going to start using the CPA now for these large projects, churches, installation. Nice thing about it, no fabric. Costs are lower, and you can paint it any color. So it blends in with whatever wall color you're hanging it on. So I think it's going to be a lot better product. We're going to offer it in DIY form. You basically build the frame, we sell you the foam, stick it inside. We do all the layout and the design work, so you don't have to worry about it. But client's very happy with this. I think you can tell that in the video. Of course, I hear reverberation still, but it's always this balancing act between budget, how much money do you have, and how much space are you willing to give. And the third variable is, do you have labor that can build wood frames? Because that's what these are. They're just a wood frame that hangs. It's like a picture. So I thought this Dance Edge reverb issue project would be a good one to kind of illustrate process. Remember, process. Hope this helps. Thank you.
So my name is Jeff Goltiao. I'm the owner of Dance Edge, and what we do is we help our clients with ballroom lessons as well as social parties in the evenings and group classes, as well as we rent the space out as an event space. So before we met Dennis, we had a huge problem. As you can see behind me, we are in a warehouse space with 20-foot ceilings, and we had so much energy in this room. To the point when we would teach lessons or host parties, a lot of our clients would leave because it was so, it was intense. And so we knew at an early on that we needed to find a solution. So we saw so many videos online and we fell across Dennis with Acoustic Fields, and we are so glad we did. And so he had a free consultation over the phone where we went over kind of like the dimensions of the room. And so he suggested 27 pieces of his foam panels. Now, because we are a small business, he gave us some really cool ways where we can create our own. And that was able to cut the cost more than 50% off. So we bought individually 27 different of his foam panels, and we bought a lot of them, so we were able to also get the discounted break because we bought over 15 pieces. We bought 27 pieces. And then from there, we went to Home Depot and we bought all the wood and paint, and my father and I, we just cut it one weekend, and really simple job where we were just able to put 2 inches worth of his foam, and then we also put 4 inches of a Thurber fiber for the low ends, and then the foam really hits the high ends. And so now we have a space where we can confidently host parties and group classes where now our clients feel comfortable really feeling the music now. We have a lot of amazing sound systems, And before then, it was too powerful for the room. So now our customers and clients can actually feel the power of the speakers and not the energy of the space. So the solution was all the panels, and we really listened to what he did. And we said, we really have to isolate this room. And this is exactly what he suggested. And boy, are we happy. Since then, our business has doubled, because not only do our clients can experience the room and the sound, but they also act as a beautiful accent piece where a lot of our clients think that they're windows. It just creates the space to be much more enclosed. So thank you so much, Dennis, for what you did. We're super happy. We're glad we did it the right way. And if there's anybody ever interested in the Midwest, and you're thinking about, will it work for my needs, you're always more than welcome to come to Dance Edge in Columbus, Ohio to see this space. You could just Google Dance Edge Columbus, Ohio, and we would be happy to share with you how we were able to do it and how it would definitely help your business and also your clients. So thank you so much, Dennis, and good luck to you in your endeavors in trying to find a solution on your sound panel choices.